Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial and thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new here, click on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that anytime we have a new upload, you'll get notified. For the returning subscribers, thank you for always tuning in to watch my content, and today we're going to learn how to crochet these beautiful fingerless gloves. The pattern is very simple and beginner friendly. We are going to use the basic stitches and I hope you're going to enjoy this tutorial to the end. Please remember to give it a like, share and leave a comment in the comment section. So these are the measurements that you're going to need. So it's measurement based and I made this using my measurements. So you're going to need the wrist circumference. So get a tape measure and someone to help you take the right measurements just around your wrist and measure that circumference. The next one is the palm circumference. So place your tape measure around this widest part of your hand, the palm, and check the circumference, and then you're going to need the length from the wrist to the thumb. So from this point to the thumb, mine is 4.5 inches, so you can place your tape measure right there so that you get that measurement correctly. And then we will need the full length. So this one, you also determine where you want your gloves to reach from the wrist all the way to where you want to stop. Okay, and then we will need the circumference of the thumb. All right, so mine is 2.5. I forgot to record it here. And yeah, that is it. So let's get started. In this video, you're going to need a medium weight yarn. This is Winter King 4-ply and it's 100% acrylic. I will need a tape measure to take measurements. I'll need a yarn needle and a 4mm crochet hook and a pair of scissors. So to start, make a slip knot and we're going to chain a foundation chain. You're going to make a foundation chain to measure the full length of your gloves. So I'll be chaining 41. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have my foundation chain ready and it's measuring 8 inches from there. Now the next step, we're going to skip the first chain from the hook and go into the next chain with a single crochet, into the next chain, a single crochet into the next, and we're going to make single crochet in each and every chain until we have 10 chains remaining towards the end. So keep on making single crochets and I'll meet you at that point to show you what to do next. I have 10 chains remaining. Now we're going to switch to making slip stitches in the remaining chain to the end. So instead of making single crochet in this next chain, we're going to pull a loop and pull through the loop on your hook. That is a slip stitch in the next slip stitch, and make sure that your slip stitches are loose so that you'll be able to work on the loops in the next row. So keep on making slip stitches all the way to the end. This is the last chain. To begin the next row, chain 1 and turn. In this row and the subsequent rows, we are going to work in the back loop only. So in the first 10 stitches, we're going to work slip stitches in the back loop. So this is the back loop insert your hook there, grab yarn, pull through the loop on your hook into the next, a slip stitch into the next, slip stitch, and make slip stitches until you have 10 stitches in total. So you can put a stitch marker in the 10th stitch so that you do not forget, and you don't have to count every time you're making these slip stitches. Once you have 10 slip stitches, you're going to switch to making single crochets in the remaining stitches, back loop to the end. So insert your hook in the next stitch, make a single crochet into the next, single crochet, and we are working in the back loops only. Single crochet all the way to the end. When you get to the last stitch, insert your hook in both loops instead of the back loop only, and make a single crochet, chain one and turn, make a single crochet in the back loop in each and every stitch until you get to where the 10 slip stitches start. So single crochet, back loop all the way to this point right here. When you get to where the slip stitches start, the last 10 stitches, we switch into making slip stitches in the back loop, slip stitch, back loop in each and every stitch to the end. And this is the pattern we're going to repeat until we have the circumference of our hand. That is the widest part of your palm. So I'm using this circumference, and my hand is measuring 8.5. So that is what I'm working to achieve. And I'll be making a total of 38 rows. When stretched, they give me that measurement. So keep on working, and I'll meet you when I have 38 rows to show you the next step. When you get to the last stitch, chain one and turn to begin a new row. And remember that the first 10 stitches on this side are slip stitches in the back loop, and then you switch to making single crochets and repeat the pattern to the end. Okay, so I'm doing the last stitch, and I have 38 rows in total, and this, when stretched, they give, without stretching, is about 6.75. So when I stretch, it goes up to 8.5 right there, or even more. So this is the right circumference of my hand using the widest part. Now the next step, I'm going to join these two sides. Okay, so I'll first chain one, and then bring the other side to this side, align them like this, and I'm going to work in both loops. So I'll insert my hook, both loops on this side and both loops on the other side, grab yarn and pull through to make a slip stitch into the next, both loops, insert your hook right there, and on the other side, both loops, grab yarn, pull through to make a slip stitch. And I'm going to make slip stitches in 15 stitches from here. So I've already done 2 stitches, including the remaining 13 stitches. I'll have 15 in total, and I'll come back to show you what to do next. Okay, so I have done 15 slip stitches, and from this point to this point is measuring 4.5 inches, about there. So yeah, it's 4.5, exactly 4.5 inches. So that is the length from the wrist to where the thumb starts. Okay, so when I'm wearing my gloves like this, that is where it should be. Now I'm going to count 7 stitches on this side and 7 stitches on this other side, so that I can join the remaining part down and leave the space for the thumb finger. Okay, so I have counted 7 stitches on this side and 7 on this side. That is enough space for my thumb to go through. And now I'll start on the 8th stitch and continue. So I did not cut this yarn, I just pick a new strand and continue to make slip stitches all the way to the last stitch right here. So I'll make a slip knot. So you don't have to make slip stitches, you can use a yarn needle and just make a seam using the needle and thread. So chain 1, then go into the next stitch, both loops, and on the other side both loops, then pull a loop through the loop on your stitch, on your hook, make a slip stitch, go into the next, both sides, make a slip stitch, and repeat this to the last stitch. So I do that as I weave in this tail, but it's optional again, you can do it to the end of the project. Okay, so I'm doing the last slip stitch. And then we're going to chain 1 and tighten, pull a loop and cut your yarn. And that's how we complete this part. Now we go back to making the thumb, and we're going to start from where we stopped. So chain 1 and work in the back loop. So we're just starting here, going this way, and I'll insert my hook in the back loop and work single crochet in each stitch to where the stitch marker is. So when you get to where the stitch marker is, you're going to remove it and make a single crochet back loop in that stitch. And then in the next stitch, you're going to make a single crochet in both loops. This is the 8th stitch where we continue to make slip stitches, and then go to the next where the slip stitch was and make a single crochet in the back loop right there, though you're not going to see that back loop clearly because it's the first row that we made when we were beginning this project. So try to figure it out and insert your hook there to make a single crochet, and repeat that all the way to the other side where we began. And we're going to make 1 single crochet on this stitch, and in total you'll have 16 single crochets. So I'll meet you at this point to show you the next step. Once you have 16 stitches and you've done the last single crochet, go to the first one and make a slip stitch. Chain 1 and turn. We're going to work in the back loops going this way, and insert your hook in the first stitch, make a single crochet back loop, single crochet into the next, and in each and every stitch to the end. So we're going to repeat this until we have 6 rows. So this is row 2, and I'm going to make single crochets back loop to row 6. So I'll meet you at the end of row 6 to show you what to do next. Okay, so I've done 6 rows of single crochet back loop for the thumb. Now we're going to join with a slip stitch and chain 1, fasten and cut your yarn. And that is it. So the next step, we are going to weave in all the loose ends of these tails you see, and that will be the end of our project. So once you're done weaving in all the loose ends, now you can turn it inside out. So I'll use this side just like that. And that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial up to this point. Please remember to give it a like, share, and leave a comment in the comment section. Also subscribe to this channel for more tutorials, and remember to give a super thanks to this video. I will appreciate your support. Until next one, bye.